Today we're gonna talk about household tools you can use for stop motion.
So let's talk about those household tools you may have laying around that make your animations way easier. First up, a fan. I bought this thing in the summer of 2020 when there was Corona and we had summer and it was 40 degrees and it was too hot. It was too hot. And then last year I animated something with grass. And for the first days I just used my hands and used the brush to move all the grass you see. And then I had the idea to use the fan. And if you have something that has to move every frame, that is light, like the blanket I used for the grass, just use a fan. Put it on there and just let it blow onto the blanket and your grass will move slightly in every frame and you will have a picture that looks like this. It takes time of your hands. You don't forget to move the grass between pictures and you just have to move the fingers that are moving on the grass. You can also do it with fur. I have this furry guy I try to animate. When I use my fingers to animate it, you have bigger impacts on the fur, but I use the fan for the micro things all the time, and then it's a mix. The fan stays on the figure and I also touch the figure in between frames when the figure is still, but it still has more movement than if I just would like cuddle. I don't know how to say that. The fur every frame with my hands. I could have said touch. I decided to do cuddle. Of course I do. Cuddle your figures, guys. It's the most important thing. Next up, how the turns have tabled. I like to use this little turn plate that you use for tapas. I found it in the kitchen. Nobody ever used it. It was not very well attended to, so I attended to it, and now I have this in my stop motion studio and I use it for shots where the whole set moves, like just a figure turns around or a whole set turns around. And what I do is I put the set or the figure on this little tapas table and I turn it a little bit each picture, and then you get pictures like this. It's just style, I know. It's a cool shot, and of course the backdrop doesn't turn with it. That's the thing. You can still do it if you have like a closed room, then it will look like the backdrop is moving with it. But I think it's an easy way to have really cool stylistic shots, or like a fight scene. You could, I didn't have done it yet, I plan to, like a fight scene on that turntable, on that tapas plate, where they move in circles and they fight and just you have this movement. I think that this will be pretty cool. Yeah, that is my household item number 2 I really like to use to have stylistic shots of characters. Next up is this blue plastic rig. You can just clamp it onto a table and it's really sturdy. It's normally used for electric stuff. I think I found it. You can put that away and just put wire in it or whatever you need for your figures to stay attached, and I like to use that if a figure runs or if something flies. This is amazing. I have professional stop motion rigs. Sometimes I use wire, but this thing is really sturdy, and you can find it on Amazon if you don't have it. It's like $15, so not that expensive. You have 3 of these. You can, as I said, unscrew 2 of them, but sometimes you need 3 of these if something flies, and you can use those. And when I found it in my garage, I was really happy because I didn't need to pay a lot of money for a professional stop motion rig. Last household tool I often use is hair gel. It's very specific use, but you can use it for water, like a river. I haven't done that, but I think you could. You could use it for like water in a glass, but what I like to use it for and what I always used it for is tears. Stop motion tears, because it looks like water, but you can form it with a toothpick, and I like take a little bit and put it underneath the eyes, and then I form it with a toothpick frame per frame, and then you have a stop motion figure crying their eyes out. But I think you could use it if you have more of it, like a river, and you do the same toothpick thing, or you use a brush, and then we'll have like a river flowing. Or if you have a glass that is empty, put it in. I think maybe I haven't done that yet. Maybe you can color it, and then you have like liquid, but for stop motion liquid. Like the tears, same technique, different use. One is in a glass, one is on the eye. But these are my 5 household tools you should use in your stop motions to make your life easier. I hope you enjoyed it. Is there a household tool you use for your stop motions that I didn't mention? Please let me know in the comments. If you use one of those tools, please let me know in the comments what you think of them as well. I hope you had a great day. Thanks for watching and take care.